line. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet. Not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Crank it up.
With the ButtKicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. ButtKicker, the future is feeling.
Alrighty, everybody, welcome here to Talladega, Alabama, and you may have just seen the big race happen here earlier today, but now it's time for us to have our fun, as it's virtual time here with the Shake It Big Racing League and their quest and their hopes to garner and grab the attention span all the way here in the ButtKicker Cup Series live here on the show, presented in part by the ButtKicker Company, best on performing real tracks of the virtual world. The ButtKicker, feel what you've been missing. Alright, you may hear a few little clinking and clamoring in the our end here. Do not fear, that is just us currently working on getting the stream up and running here properly. There was a little bit of a miscommunication getting us streamed back up on the run, so just be kind of patient with us for a moment here, guys. But here is your starting lineup for tonight's action here in this playoff contended Shake and Bake Racing League end here today. Starting on the pole will, of course, be the number 19, Justin Levine, is outside the 79. That will be Alan Wilson, the third. Row number 2 is Luke Duran. And the 5 is outside Timothy Badcock, and that 99. Row 3 then is going to be Mr. Derek Whitford, and the 44 is outside Lawrence Shaughnessy Jr. And row number 4 will then be Nick Matarassi. And the 66 is outside, and the 71, that is Rocky Harpens. Row number 5 is the other Robbie Harpens. And the 11 is outside, that will be the 96, that is going to be Brandon Sheffield. Row number 6 is Jason Jackson, the 86 outside, it is Brad Ward. in the number 87. In row number 7, it is piloted down by Edward Kane. The 10 is outside. Austin Derbyshire in the 64 is at row number 8. Will then be Colby Lindbergh. The 95 is outside. Daniel Walker in the 74. Row number 9 is Craig Harris, and the 13 is outside. That will be Brian B. Schreger, the number 6. Row 10 is Sean Ryan. The 31 is outside. And the 81, that will be old Jaden Hopp. Row number 11 is going to be David Shively. And the number 85 is outside. Pilots the 92, Spencer Clark. Row 12 is Kevin Whitford. The 17 is outside. That'll be Mitt Kleinschmidt. And the 16 are final starters in this one. In row number 13, that will be Andrew Griesbaum. And the 76 is outside. Derek Whitford. And the 21. And finally, Chris McCarty, the 23, with Wild Bill Matthews. And the 75. To the green we wave, the flags we stand. It's go time! It's Shake and Bake Land! Hot off the start, we'll bring them down around the first set of corners here. Out of the gate, everybody already get contention, trying to move their way to the fields. Field marching down their way off of turn number 3 and to turn number 4 here. The field is starting to get a little bit closer up and kind of shaking around on the track side here. It'll be interesting to see how everybody does when they have to start really pushing and shoving and come to rest with one another. That's going to be where the real momentum flies and flows on this track. Oh, that doesn't get started really going. I don't know what will. My word, that's some heavy artillery there. Draw back and lined up and fired right now. The 79 of Alan Wilson already looking to make his whole shot, and his presence felt. Gets a good push there for the number 9 of Lawrence Nessie Jr. But bound below him, big 99. Timothy Babcock getting some help from the 33. Packing him off down, throwing him back through the fields. Looks like that's the 9. Looks like that is the... Yes, that is the 33. That will be ran, I believe, by Justin Levine. Yep, that's Justin Levine there, so a little bit of a confusing number rolling if you're wondering what I am talking about. That is the issue. You can see that is not the 19 though, that is the 33 he's running. So he's currently right now pushing that 99 of Babcock. He tries to keep the Ford Mustang ahead of the field and ahead of the playing ground. Power, speed, and credibility going to be used up as much as they can in this race. A lot of guys will be really kind of testing the waters, looking for openings when they can. Be sure to keep an eye out as well when they start to get a little bit more hectic in the later stages. Now there is a run on that outside banking as well. You can get a little bit of a pushback, a little bit of a push draw there when you can. Try to see if you can really stable it up and really keep your momentum at bay. That's going to be a very tall order, though, and a tall challenge here for these guys, and they know it, too. Looks like some maybe trying to go for the outside a little bit, looking to try to make a maneuver down there. You can see some run coming from the back of the outhouse in towards the White House. Looks like that might have been Jaden Hopp in the 81. Well, looks like he's not going free wide for a reason. He's going free wide to get out of that for a reason. Highside Motorsports' camp will have only 2 drivers up in that field and up in that banking. They're looking to keep the momentum up ahead. Rounding them down off the track lanes and into the field they go. So is now Alan Wilson back up to the front. Looks like the outside's getting some great run and some good push. But again, it's extremely difficult to keep that push on for long. You can only go so far with it before eventually it gives out. Field stacked up right in the pack, and again, Brandon Sheffield in 96 keeping his momentum at play, keeping his momentum alive here, trying to stay somewhat in contention and somewhat under control. Knows he is in a bit of a pickle here where he's at and where he's located. Has to stay very focused on not to disrupt the balance. The one thing you do not want to do is disrupt the balance of the track and this balance of the field here, because that is when you can get extremely coincided and thrown for a loop, and that's what they really don't want. For those that are tuned in right now here on our PTM Racing TV YouTube channel, first off, thank you so much for coming on board, and second off, be sure to give us a like, give us a subscribe here on our YouTube if you enjoy the coverage, you enjoy the action you see here. We have one of our two live shows we cover to you on a regular basis or on a daily basis if we can, which is including the Shake and Bake Racing League and even the Misfits iRacing League. So we thank and appreciate every single one of you guys for coming on board and having a time out here. Onboard camera here of Brian Pretrager in the number 6 here as he continues to stay in the back of the pack and move his way through when he can. Staying focused on his target, staying focused on his mark, not trying to make too much noise and not trying to get people's attention too quickly. Maybe trying to stay a little bit more focused on the overall ideals here. You know, just like we kind of saw in the Cup race earlier too, you see a lot of guys kind of trying to ride around right now anyway, just kind of tempoing and pacing themselves. They don't want to go too all over the place, but at the same time they don't want to get too crazy with it. I think if anything, really, this is actually a brilliant strategy here because this allows them to stay focused on the driving more on their tempo and pacing throughout. And that's exactly what they need to do here, in my opinion, to really keep aim and keep on point. Throttle rhythm, extremely important, extremely clairvoyant here, especially when you need to be, and that's what these guys are watching so carefully about. Such a huge field, such a huge diversion of field drivers and playing in the race here. A lot of guys going out here and trying to make a name, trying to make a break for themselves here. Pounding them off down through 3 and 4 right now. Timothy Babcock, Justin Levine. They have all been making a little bit of a progression here on that 79 of Alan Wilson and that 9 of Lawrence Shaughnessy Jr. But right now, anyway, times are kind of slowing down a bit. They're kind of getting a little bit backing down for the corners here. They want to stay up front, but at the same time, they know they can't get too crazy there. Actually, I have to clarify some. That's not Shaughnessy Jr. that's ahead of the 879. That's the 5 of Luke Duran. Luke Duran right now using his teammates, using his equipment to his advantage. They're getting a lot of help here. Had some guys kind of leading their way down towards them as the number 96, Brandon Sheffield, Caden Strong, Chevrolet Camaro. Making a good little punch there, a little push through. As you see, even an opening there, Andrew Griesbaum, the 78, I believe that is him. It is in the mix-up there. He is finding a fine line going right in the middle. Looks like he wants to try and make these guys think about it a little bit here. Some wanting to go to the outside. They want a 3-wide tandem. But can they hold it up there? Will they be able to control themselves up there? That's a bigger question coming up. It's going to be a tough little call and a little wild ride to have to endure here, and they are putting them up right together. Everybody close in the back. It is a hard drive off as we are 1/8 of the way there. Oh my word, oh my lord. We have a battle on our hands here, race fans, and we've got a drive to survive amongst the field. 3 packed in deep. We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to count it 6 deep here for just a moment. Uh-oh, look out there, the trouble. The trouble big time here. We got a wreck right in the suing. The 3 is wrecked out and the caution flies. The 13 of Craig Harris, unfortunately, getting right into the mix. I did not mean to say the 3. That was the 13 of Harris. Got loose, came off, and you can see just how difficult it was to hold that line there. That's why a lot of drivers try to eke away from it. They didn't want anything to do with it, and that was the sole reason. A big troublesome spot for Craig Harris to be thrown into right into the gate in the Mountain Dew Chevrolet. Here's another look at it. Watch this, you can see that little steer there. He got it a little loose. He's trying to save it, recover, gets tapped. V. Traeger gets clipped, and the rest, as they say, is history. Yeah, once that 13 was gone, he was gone. There was no saving at that point. It was just pretty much just go for whatever happens next. Not the place you ever want to see yourself in, and it's not the place you ever want to be, but that is part of the deal, unfortunately. Field will have to get kind of clambered back up and make sure they kind of ride back off through. That was definitely a wild little wreck there, and not what anybody had in mind or expected there from these guys. So the field now, after that little troublesome spot there, will now have to reconfigure, reset, replay in motion, and hopefully get dialed back in a little bit. Definitely a wild little scenario there, though. So the field, after that huge wreck and unfortunate circumstance, going to refile, re-rack, restack, and get put back on the attack here. Dial back in now, ready to dial them up again here. The field will regain their composure and settle himself off on the track. Time to now see who sinks and who swims in this field. Again, you only have so much repairs and instant repairs you can even use in the first place, so you might want to be a little bit careful about using them at certain points. Come back around now. We'll set everybody back in motion here. Pace car dropping back in now. We'll enter into the ButtKicker restart zone here. Roppy Harpinson, the 71, is the front man to lead him off. Luke Duran will be right there on the top side with him as they bring him down back around off of corner number 4 down to the front straightaway. Ready to sink and bring it to the field. Green back on out. Are maneuvering out of the gate yet again. Harsh on the back to the top side here. Everybody moving their way through the chains field, looking to gain some ground. Backing them up down there. Some movement coming through the field. All drivers right now on the top side trying to get a line going. Bit of some maneuvering, a little bit of pushing and shoving around there. Nobody's safe there through the corners, and absolutely nobody's safe getting out of that one. That much is for certain. Again, you're not going to see a whole lot of pushing and shoving here at the moment on the bottom. A lot of guys are really just trying to stay out of trouble, but there's a lot more maneuvering than I thought there would be for this next gen race. A lot of guys having a time or two to try to figure out where they want to go. Teams really trying to figure out where they want to play out their partners and where they want to play their drivers out at. You can see though, the boys on the 579.9 camp, they have all kind of put themselves in the predicament they want to be put into. Highside Motorsports right now looking very, very carefully at the overall package, the overall deal, as you got movement from the top to the bottom. Austin Derbyshire now bringing the heat. Help with Justin Levine there, and now the rest of the field coming right for ahead. You got a cross up of drivers in a mixed match and a hodgepodge of everybody else. Oh my goodness. This is pretty impressive. This is one thing I absolutely love about this kind of deal with this Talladega race, this next-gen car. There's one thing I gotta say though, and safety has been something I constantly have hammered home in the real world about. I must say, with this plate track racing style, it's a different ball game. It's not the usual one car fits all mentality. It's everybody has to find a way to make it work and make it done right. I absolutely love that style, and I love the fact that it does kind of flip these drivers on their heads and make them have to relearn or retool themselves to get better on drafting, pushing, and finding ways to get around on the track. Excellent stuff right now here as the boys continue to still find themselves in a heat petra and a flex of racing action. Nearing the halfway point as well here, and it's pretty surprising here that we've gotten this far here with only one wreck. Considering that earlier on, some of these races, even earlier today, we saw a little bit of absolute troubles with connecting their drive and connecting their speeds outward. Coming right around again. You can see though Derbyshire is putting everything he can there at Duran as the rest of the field just kind of hangs in with him. David Shively in the 85, Pennzoil Shell, Ford, Mustang looking pretty solid here. The Mustangs have been very well known and regarded for putting on a little bit of a time or two and putting on a fight here. And looks like it might be a problem down there as well. It looks like yellow flag is out here on lap 22. Looks like problems for Nick Barassi and them as well. And Barassi, major troubles down there. Something gone wrong. We did not catch that on our cameras. We were looking away for a second. Did not see that. Let's take a look at what happened here exactly. Oh! Yeah, it was a bit of a wreck out here, unfortunately. Field came to a deadlock here and a dead stop. The huge wreck ensued. Oh man, no. Looks like the 92 is involved there as well. Gonna see if we got a number on that. It was Spencer Clark. Came right around there. Let's take one last look at it here from our blimp cam and our chase cam. Yeah, you can see as soon as that 95 guy got it trolled down there, unfortunately, there was nowhere to go. And then, well, the rest, as they say, was history. Oh, oh my word. Colby Lindbergh was the one that got it started, got the wreck started again here. And my broadcaster has come back to fruition, and now I think I might have to just kind of keep my mouth shut when things are going well and things are going good, because it seems like I'm now jinxing the drivers and making their race a lot harder than it needs to be. Sorry, boys. Pit stops aplenty, pit stops a many. Field coming right out of pit road here, and it looks like out of the lanes, Luke Duran, Alan Wilson, Justin Levine, Matt Kleinschmidt, Lawrence Shaughnessy Jr. Actually, looks like Matt Kleinschmidt will be below Shaughnessy. So that will set the rest of your field impacted and in zoned. We'll see what happens from here. Yeah, the thing is, the more we kind of patrol through this race here again, guys, you know, the more it's going to be kind of just a push come to shove, a drive off to the end and hope for the best kind of maneuvering. A lot of guys know this well, and they were trying to avoid as much contact as they possibly could, while at the same time trying to race their race. But I mean, how far do you go before it gets to be a little bit too much for their own good, you wonder? That really falls in line to that old saying and that old thought process we've said here before on PTM Racing TV, which is just focusing in and focusing outward on the overall deal and the overall race itself. It's still a long road, though, ahead for these guys, and they know it, too. So we'll see what happens here as we continue through this race. So the field right now getting ready to double file back up here, race fans. We're going to go ahead and get them squared back out on the track and see what happens from here. So far, so good for everybody. It's been a bit of a wild ride here for some guys and a bit crazier for others. Those that have been able to stay clean, though, so far, they will be able to push this one through. So now Luke Duran, the number 5, the 79 of Alan Wilson, will be our two leaders on the get-go. Duran has the starting command. He has the starting structure. That will be where everyone has to focus their attention in on and have to really stabilize down with. Should be interesting to see what goes down and what happens here. 60 laps left to go into the distance here, race fans. And it's time to bring them back to the stage, front and center. Down the front straightaway, back and packed and stacked, ready to go at it again. Green flag back on out. Here we go again. Field marching their way on around here. We'll bring them right back to the distance and to the corners here as they go right in dead center. Off of corner number 2, though, it is right now Alan Wilson and Luke Duran here moving their way and moving their things through and through. Everybody right now looking solid through the field, trying to get going here. Coming right off the edges here, though, it is still Duran, Alan Wilson, Shaughnessy Jr. all in the march, all in the charge. Everybody looking pretty solid here and looking pretty well regarded. But again, you know, when we get later into the run, you get later into this sector, I mean, how much further and how farther will they have to go to kind of hang in there? Plenty of room and opposition being held up here in the field. Getting closer as we go towards the halfway point as they rocket it down on the front straightaway here. And again, we are a little bit reserved right now. I already know it. Do not ask me about it. We're just being a little bit careful because we know when things get a little bit wild, they can sometimes blow out our vocal cords here, and we know it too. We've been through this before. This isn't our first rodeo. Onboard camera there with Sean Ryan here. Sean looking to kind of get the 31 a little bit more on point, on pace with the rest of the field. He's currently holding in the 16th spot. One up top side though, up there. It looks like that's going to be the 33 of Justin Levine here. It looks like he was trying to get someone to come with him on the outside. Oh, he's going to have a whole crew with him, it looks like. The 99, Timothy Babcock, going up there with them. Everybody trying to push and trying to get the 3 wide salute again going, or maybe backing off for now. Backing them down, stacked up, racked up, everyone looking solid as can be here. And again, you can see how difficult it is to get the outside to work, then how hard also it is to get that bottom line to really get going and get cruising. Leading laps though and helping getting playoff points will certainly help out their cause, help out their favors here. Those with those P's by their name like Alan Wilson, Brad Ward, Matt Kleinschmidt, Brian P. Traeger, Rocky Harpins, Brandon Sheffield, Derek Whitford, and Jason Jackson are all still in the running and still in the chance here to make or break their day. Ooh, a little bit of moving around there. Some guys starting to get a little bit out of shape, and it's going to be a little more of a problem there. You saw him get a bit loose there and get a little bit out of control in there. Rocky Harpin's in the 11 right now, staying in the march, in the charge. He's currently up there looking for the middle, looking for the outside lane to work. I don't even know where he thinks he knows where he's going. I think at this point he's just trying to hold on and hope for the best. This car definitely making these guys work harder as we go, not just on the mile and a half and the mile longs, but also the super speedways. The only track that really I haven't seen these cars, in my opinion, at full power, full stint compared to the Gen 6s is really those short tracks. That could be a different stud though in the future. Huge run up to the front, and Justin Levine is going to take the race lead for the first time today. A huge push there on the 33 from Timothy Babcock on the 99. Got a little help from him earlier, now he's helping him out. Great momentum, push and shove, great driving off from the end here. Everybody looking strong as can be and solid throughout this part. Daniel Walker here, 10 spots up here in the number 74. Started back at 16, now moving his way to the chain. Brian Traeger, 11 spots up. Then the tie right now for the hard charger between, well, you wouldn't believe it, 3 drivers actually. Matt Kleinschmidt, Andrew Griesbaum, and Charlie McCurry right now. Back and forth on top 15 bracket for the 15 spots gained up. They are not giving an inch, and they are not giving anybody a chance to breathe. But again, that's kind of the deal with these cars. You just have to find a way to run for it and make a drive out. These cars are extremely difficult to push and extremely difficult to hold on a line. That's one big thing that makes it that much more intense. Duran here in the 5 high side motorsports camp here. We've seen him and the crew already today just completely running amok on these guys and really giving them something to think about. But now without his teammates and without his crew, he's currently stuck a little bit between a rock and a hard place here. Looking to obviously change that as soon as he can, try to hope for the best here, but he's got some room, he's got some working around to do. filed in now. Field is starting to get a little bit closer up, packed in a little bit more as they go. Again, this is just something you see a lot of as you get further into the race. Drivers just hoping for some tempo, hoping for some patience and some momentum build up. But when they get about 20 laps to go, I'm gonna say that's probably when really, like, you have like a 5 lap to go marker. You just do only one thing: get to the front and not care about the rest. The rest comes later, as they say. Derek Whitford, Nick Rassi, Colby Lindbergh, Jason Jackson, Spencer Clark, Wild Bill Matthews, they are all out at the moment here under a lap down contention, so they're trying to hope for the best to get back into this, but not going to be easy to get around and not going to be easy to deal with here in this case. They're going to need a little bit of help from the other drivers and also keep themselves out of trouble if they got a chance to. Still holding the race lead down. He is currently keeping everybody behind him in a top towards position, but now one thing we have kind of remembered or thought about here, or really wanted to talk about, is that pit lane strategy here. They went into pit road at lap 24 here, but they haven't really had much of a pit stop day all day here, and as you look at it right now as it goes and stands, at the moment anyway, that is, it's currently a bit of a matchup puzzle here. Figure out who's gonna go where, who's gonna get where, and when. Bit of a unique little circumstance to be put into. You can see though, once the caution comes out, that's when everyone goes in. So if I had it, yes, it probably got about 40 laps or so, maybe 35. Before that fuel run becomes a little bit too much and gets a little bit of trouble there. Uh-oh, speaking of a little trouble there, Babcock getting down below, gets into the own field, opens up his own lawn care service, but does get it below low the yellow and get it back up there, cleans the whistle. But is he going to lose all that draft and all that speed? He's going to try to hurry back and catch him. I don't think he's going to have time. I don't think he's going to be able to catch it here. That draft is extremely crucial to hanging on right now, and he knows that little hiccup may just cost him here. I think he may have lost that pack, and I think he may have lost everything with it. Now he's going to need these guys to really take control of themselves. You can see the distance starting out too far. It's really a window and a bubble here. If you lose it, you're done for. Babcock knew it, and this is now costing him big time. Back on board here with Derbyshire here, and you can see just how intense these packs are getting out. Crazy. It's just getting right in between. We talk about how difficult it is for some of these drivers just to even stay focused, much to stay in the moment. And then here you see a guy that is literally in the mix of the mid-pack, going upwards over the speeds of over 190 miles per hour. Points almost hitting 200 miles per hour at top speed. Crazy to say the least. Greg Harrison at 13. You saw earlier on getting completely wrecked out and bashed in a bit there from turn 1. Seems to have learned his mistake and managing to keep himself under control. Everything seems to be a-okay on his end and seems to be doing just fine. But again, can he keep that momentum alive and keep that momentum up here? Especially knowing how critical and crazy this can get here for him. Sheffield, the 96, big and strong machine, ready to show his strength, show its power up at full will and full tilt. Currently running through traffic through the back for the pack here. He is now got open front road ahead of him. He can go to the bottom if he wants and use that draft off. That's what he's going to do here. Sends to the bottom. He's going to try to get a run on the team there of Shaughnessy Jr., well, Alan Wilson, and Luke Duran. Field coming back together, everybody closing off and quickly getting into it. And looks like that 44 here of Derek Whitford. Remember, he has a lap down trying to keep cool breeze. 44 Chevrolet Camaro in a possible opportunity here to get his lap back and maybe get a chance to fire up these guys here. He moves his way down into the bottom lane here. Everybody moving to the chains and trying to hang in there. Big moves coming through the back and through the field. Levine, he is going to cross some guys over here a little bit, get him a little bit out of control. Uh-oh, and speaking of out of control, this could get a little ugly here. McCarty has lost it in the turn off of 4. And on the front straightaway, he'll go into pit road, but they stay green. No wreck, they are good. But unfortunately for McCarty, it can't quite be said for him. And Duran, I believe, also getting caught up there for a minute with him. Manages to stay at least one car and at least get out of control here. Harpins battling it here a little bit. The 71, that is Rocky. The 11, that's our leader right now, Robbie. Do not fear the 44, Derek Whitford. He is not on the lead lap, so it doesn't really matter what he does. He's just kind of hanging around back there, just doing whatever he feels like and whatever he knows how to do, which is just race. Packing them down again here still. Double filed in, double through the field. Doubling out a little bit though. There is some movement up top. I believe that was Derbyshire there. It was in the 64. Right now you got about a couple packs here kind of stacked around here a little bit. You got this one going on right now, including the likes of, looks like Brian P. Traeger, the 17 there of Kevin Whitford, the 86 of Jason Jackson, 95 of Colby Lindbergh and Nick Barassi in that 66, kind of laying down the rest of the field there. Oh no, well, Craig Harris has already been through one wreck today. He's going to get another one out of the way. Daniel Walker and him colliding in, and there's problems down there for Craig. The left front is bent in. The entire shaft and axle is destroyed. He's trying to get into pit road so he doesn't cause the caution to come out, but I don't think he's going to be able to get it to turn. Hard on the brakes, and it's no good. It's caution now for them, everyone. See if we can see exactly what happened here. We got a chopper cam that went there. Looks like the 74 got loose, unfortunately. Daniel Walker had absolutely nowhere to go and nothing he can do about that. And Craig Harris got trapped in between the mess. Got loose, got into the 10 there. Oh, entire left front shaft and axle broke completely off the 13 of Harris, and there's nothing else he could really do there. What a tough break there, and what a tough little predicament to be put into now, knowing they're going to be put even further behind the pack and further behind the field here. Well, race fans, it's been a wild one so far, but when we come back, we are going to be seeing some absolute chaos and madness coming up. Stay tuned for more as we get ready to bring it back to you live here at Alabama. Tonight's race here at Talladega, Alabama Superspeedway is, of course, brought to you by our friends at the ButtKicker Company. Best in performance on feeling real tracks of the virtual world. The ButtKicker. Feel what you have been missing.
With the ButtKicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. ButtKicker. The future is feeling.
Back here, race fans here, live still currently. Rocky Harpins, Alan Wilson, Lawrence Shaughnessy Jr. are going to be leading your field out here with the top three. Robbie Harpins and Brandon Sheffield rounding out with that top five. Been a bit of a wild ride here for some guys here. Craig Harris getting a bit of the brunt here, of course, in two wrecks here. And now the unfortunate incident taking down his entire left front wheel. We've seen Brian P. Traeger clipped up as well a few times here, and Charlie McCarty earlier, just a little bit before that caution came out, actually got kind of sent on around and for a bit of a trouble spot there, but seems to be A-okay at least. Well, just approaching our 30 laps left to go marker here, and the field has absolutely been pushed to their limit, pushed to some new heights here. And it's getting a little bit more crazy here as we're getting ready to finish this one towards the end. Yeah, gonna march their way right off around the track here, back to our starting zone again, and it's go time once more here, nearing 30 laps to go for Shake and Bake Racing League's ButtKicker Cup Series. Gavin Whitford here back on the lead lap. David Shively also back on the lead lap in the 85. Everybody right now staying focused on their cars and staying focused on their spots here right now. Trying to stay under control and staying right in the playing field. Moving around, it looks like we got a 3 wide salute for a brief moment. It looks like that is going to be the 21 of Darrell Woodford. Kind of trammed in there a little bit. Can't quite get his 21 Camaro out of that mess and out of that pack there. And he's trying to get away from trouble here. Thought he may have a little help. Holding in that second spot. Trying to get calculated up with the speeds here, trying to get set on the track here. Everybody moving way through the field and making their chart to the fields. Not a whole lot of time left though, they know it too. Field a little troubled in. Oh, look out back there. We got problems in the back. Whoa, big wreck ensued. Matt Kleinschmidt taken for a huge lick in the 16 on the back straightaway. Caution flag is out again here, race fans. We're going to have to see what went wrong there. Looks like Shively got a little bit loose there, got the 17 packed up. Oh my word, what a huge wreck there for that 16, nearly going for a complete ride. Had nowhere to go, had nowhere to get out from. Just sent packing around and all over the control. Well, the field will move up closer to the track yet again as you see them having to race to pit road and also race into the cup to our pace car. Closing laps, closing down, man, it's just getting more and more chaotic by the minute. We just have absolutely no idea what could be popping up next. Pace car ready to bring these guys back into top performing levels, top performing positions. We're going to double file them up again. 25 laps remain here at Talladega Superspeedway here for your Shake and Bake Racing League ButtKicker Cup Series. Presented in part by, of course, the ButtKicker Cups by ButtKicker. Field gonna bring him off down the front straightaway here again, and if Rocky Harpin's looking to get that big win off his back and save him the playoff hopes. Big chances arise, big spots ahead here for these guys as they bring him off down to the ButtKicker restart zone again. Our green flag flies and waves away again. 25 left to go. crank it up. On board action there from our drivers as well as from the field here as the field continues to scratch, crawl, and grab anything they can left. 23 laps remain. Anybody's race here because this thing gets more and more dialed in and dialed off here. We got a huge list of guys still trying to get to that front. Andrew Greenbaum, one of them, in the 78 as he puts his Purina Paw machine into the fight. Goes there right in the middle end there, and looks like he's got a run coming up between Sean Ryan, trying to stay with him in the Merzick 31. The Marisk 31 right now, staying right behind Griesbaum for just a brief moment. Popping him down on the bottom lane. Griesbaum right in the mix up and putting it fight on quick. Alan Wilson's trapped up there, but he's got still a little bit of help from his team. Everybody looking for position, a crossover and a hodgepodge of guys moving quickly through the chains. Quick balance and a quick fight out for drivers here with only the 20 laps left to go. Remember I said earlier, when you get about 25 laps left, you see guys starting to really make some charges, make some pushing for the run here. Well, you're definitely getting that and then some, but there's a problem, and that is when you get stuck and trapped in that dirty air. What do you do when you can? Alan Wilson starting back in the second spot today, falling now down into the 13th round. He's looking maybe to stay out of trouble, maybe stay in his run up. So much on display and so much really to paint down and fire on where he can. Little ride out there from Austin Derbyshire though, as he now takes the lead away off Justin Levine and Waukee Harpins, and Timothy Babcock staying right in their playing field as well. Everybody just stay in that realm, stay in that structure, hoping for a little bit of help and maybe a little spot or two whenever they can here. Left to go now, and you can see already there's even a huge stack of drivers way back, way behind the field here. They are all trying to push and shove, trying to help out if they can. There's a huge list there. You can see everyone on that bottom lane trying to hurry up and catch back into this. Shaughnessy Jr. trying to lead them off, but again trying to get to Daniel Walker, which is the closest one to him. Still way behind and in there and still nowhere to go. Oh, but he's not going to have to worry too much now. A huge wreck ensuing. Big wreck off of corner number 4. We've got problems. Jayden up in the air and crashed hard. Oh my goodness, fans. 2-3 drivers going airborne and crashed and completely damaged badly there from turn number 4. A huge wreck ensuing there. One more look at it here. Couple action spots here. The high spot, high side motorsports camp a hop. Getting tapped around by the 87. You can see that extreme push, big pump. Derbyshire, oh my word. Derbyshire is actually the one that went completely airborne there. He got completely wrecked out, nowhere to go, and didn't have any idea where the heck he was going. Sorry for the technical difficulties here, guys. Well, that'll be about 14 laps to go now when we get back to the starting line here again. And this is getting to be a very tough call, tough show here for them to work around. Everybody trying to focus in on certain spots, trying to focus in on really any layup they can get here, but it's going to be very difficult here, and they know it too. Well, with 14 laps remaining coming to this could get interesting. Pit stops, all set, cars ready to go. But how long can they continue this maddening race in? This could get interesting. We line them off, ready for the green to come on by with 14 laps remain. Who is going to be able to win this one out and finish this one out at the top of the end? It's time to find out. Green flag back in the air. Field gonna come running through right now. Some movement from the back. Looks like some Kane Strong drivers coming through as well. Sheffield and Kane trying to do battle here, trying to get themselves up into that pack. Here comes Durando and Sean Esty Jr. all in that march here. And a big push there from Justin Levine here as well, trying to get down to the bottom. They gotta be careful though, because they know what's up down below. A bit wild here and a bit crazy to say the least. Traeger here even making a good comeback here. Playoffs intentions and standings here underline. Traeger, Rocky Harpins, Brad Ward, they all have a stake in the playoff contention. And now this could get interesting. They are firing for everything they got, just trying to hang on. The Lordco Blue World Order 87 has now got the lead for the first time today, with Traeger absolutely tearing him a new one, pushing him in the back there. Huge push in the run. Absolutely craziness to say the least. What a wild little spot to be put into, and what a wild end here with 12 to go. Everybody trying to hold on, trying to hang in there just a little bit longer. Everyone deadlocked on their target, deadlocked in position. No gimmies here. Only one thing is for sure, and that is nothing. They are stuck in between a 3-wide pack draft. They are stuck between 4 wide ends here. And everybody now even trying just to get out of that mess that they can, trying to find a way to push forward as quick as they can. So difficult, so hard just to hold a line down with these next gen cars to begin with. And these Gen 7s will just have that strange snap-lock steer send off here on the front of those cars, making it that much more difficult to deal with. Final 10 laps here. Look at your field. Look at the drivers lined in. Stabilize down. When we get to the final 5, we'll see 5 laps to go. Oh, look out. There's some bumping. There's some fenders put together. We are 5 deep and through. 4 deep now. One driver trying to get in there. I think it's Edward King trying to get it back in the pack. He does, but can he stay in the draft? Everybody reeling in the field now. Absolutely chaos, madness, insanity to say the least here. 10 laps to go now. This is anybody's race to finish it out. Chris Shively right now, the 85, kind of keeping his pace with Traeger and Ward. No room for error, and there's no room for mistakes here now. Duran right now kind of struck up there on the top side, kind of stuck and trapped. Oh, and Levi, oh my word, every time I see that, it just gives me a little bit of the nerves. He went full on to the top, managed to keep it straight as an arrow there. Give him credit's due, but once you line that draft back up, then it becomes a problem. How the heck they didn't even hold on line, much less to even stay in control? That is beyond me. 9 to go. This is getting to be a bit of a strike in the dark and a shot in the madness. Will lightning strike twice on? Will we see some different winners? That's going to be a big case here. Rocky Harpin's right now on the outside trying to rally the troops, rally the gangs up. Back off to the corner here, Lawrence Shaughnessy Jr. He's been in that top 10, in that top 5 pretty much almost all day seemingly, pushing when he needed to and keeping his momentum at stake and keeping at full control. There's not a lot of room left here, and there's not a lot of time to really give out. It's going to be amazing to see if they can keep this under control for the entire rest of the race. I've got a feeling though that may not be the case. As if you can see, there is a big hunk of blue, the old Blues, trying to find the clues around to win it. Talladega coming around off our corner number 4. This time on by, we got 5 laps remaining. Your top 5 now on your screen. These are going to be the positions to look for. Watch how much it shifts. Watch how much it changes just in these final 5 laps here, folks. You'd be surprised how quick it can change in just a minute. Coming down to the bottom, and Rocky Harbin's giving a good run off. Shaughnessy Jr. kind of blocked down there. Shaughnessy's in trouble. He's trying to get back to the field, back to the corner, so he's got some help coming up. Duran and Sheffield working with him, trying to stable it down. 4 wide salute there, right in the mix. That's not where you want to be put into. 4 wide off. They are crapped. They are stamped. Can they hang on? There's something going down. Oh my. Holding on though. They keep it under control. They're clear now. Oh, a huge push there to Derek Whitford from the 11 of Rocky Harbin's. Harbin's trying to get these guys going a little bit more, and he wasn't having too much of it. Brad Ward just hanging downstairs, down low, saying, hey boys, can we see where this one goes? And just hold on. He doesn't want to lose it, and he knows it. Now back on the bottom, Traeger actually giving Ward a little bump. He sends him topside. I'm not sure if Ward was going to the top to get a block or what he was doing, but that is a big move and a big risk. Consider they're going to wreck right behind him. Grease bomb wrecked out. We got a caution. Huge wreck ensuing here, unfortunately, on through turn number 3 and 4, and I had a feeling that may happen here. Because even I had said they may get a little crazy here. Well, it did. Grease bomb just brought it a little bit low on Babcock, and Babcock had nowhere to go. And then, oh man, Wrecked that entire right front out, and Barina's 78 degrees Bob taking a bit of a ride there, unfortunately coming through the corners. Had our cameras there on Babcock as well here, and you can see he was all clear until he wasn't. Wow, what a wild, wild, wild race. Brad Ward is going to get himself a chance at a lifetime here. He's going to lead these field of drivers into this pack and into this racecraft. This is an interesting scenario here, race fans. You got so much going on and so many things crazy just popping in and through and through. But now you got to wonder yourself here, which one of these guys are even going to be able to keep them in one piece, and will they be able to hold on? So now, this is all about focusing in, focusing out for the green, white, checkered attempts coming up. So now time has elapsed, time has progressed through. We have a green, white, checkered attempt coming up here, folks. Brad Ward, Brian P. Traeger, Justin Levine, Lawrence Shaughnessy Jr., David Shively, and Matt Kleinschmidt are about to do battle for so much with the rest of the field behind them. But those guys there in that track, in that field, have a huge wave of momentum and a huge spot to be thrown into here when they get into this here. Down on the plains, into the field. One more chance, possibly a rise. Here we go. Speeds will be put through the floorboards. The drivers will line the packs off and line their drafts up. Will they have time to get it to the white flag? They're going to pile them off down to the corners. Everybody looking for some real estate to the race lead. And it looks like Shively gonna get sent back. He's getting punted back there. He got nailed by the 9 of Shaughnessy Jr. Will Shively take that? Oh, he's not. He's going to get him big time here, but Shively finds himself trapped. David Shively racks right in front, takes Babcock with him. A huge wreck ensuing. Oh my goodness. Well, in some ways I don't disagree with that little move, but in other ways I don't know if I exactly would have done that in that regard. Let's take a look at why this happened. Four wide here, oh my word. Well, Shaughnessy wasn't giving up room, wasn't giving him the opening. Shively, you got actually in there, and then Shaughnessy just did it again. Shively this time gets him again. And Davis had nowhere to go. He tried to save it, and then Babcock, oh man. Just pretty much, unfortunately, a driver just kind of left out of the pack and left out of the field, only to have to wheel and deal with that. And fortunately, he gets a tough break out of it. One more look at it. Right here, he thinks he's good, then he gets punted again, punted down, and he's like, I'm not having it. Shaughnessy and him getting collided in, and then he tries to save his car, and then, nope. You can just hear that car just take a good chunk of the dirt and the grass. David Shively's day is done and over with, unfortunately. What a tough break. We'll give them one more lap around, try to give everyone a chance to get squared up and figure out your last bit, ditch strategy here. 20 drivers are on the lead lap right now. That is not going to be a very easy position to be put into here. This time around, race fans, we've got another attempt coming your way. I believe this is going to be their second of 3 attempts. Justin Levine, your race leader, Matt Kleinschmidt, Brian P. Traeger, Rand Sheffield, and Luke Duran will be in the top 5 with Derek Whitford running the 6th. Whitford was a lap down earlier, and yet he is somehow, some way still in this darn thing. What will they do, and can they get it to the white flag this time around? This is going to get a bit more crazy by the minute, I can guarantee you that much. Caution flag, firing on down. It is time, race fans, to find ourselves the end game, the end result. Can we get there? To the ButtKicker restart zone. Another green-white checker attempt coming their way. Off that front stretch to the green, they wave and fly it high. Who's taking this one home? And they're not going to wait around. They're going to the outside early. Build speed up now. Levine going to be left all alone for the moment. The outside trying to work their magic though. Everybody going straight forward, going straight through. So much run and opposition coming through and ahead. Kept it clean. It's still good through 3 and 4. If they can get it to the white flag, they'll have a chance here. They get this one finished out. Levine Traeger, though, they're getting all they want and then some. Here we go. White flag in the air. That's time on by. They're going to get him to the line and finish this out. Derek Whitford right now, playoff intentions and hopes and dreams right on his fingertips. He's trying to get a run. They try to throw a block. They'll block him down. They come through again. Whitford blocked in again. Ward right behind him trying to help him out. Nobody is unsure and clear where they're going. They just want to find a run and hope for the best. But Traeger and Levine are left all alone. They're getting a little bit loose though. Traeger pushing quick, pushing hard. Traeger maybe setting him up for the pass down on the front straightaway. He is indeed to the inside. Levine in trouble to the finish. They'll come to the finish line in a drag race pursuit. Can they hold on to the line? Oh my God, Traeger just wrecked Levine straight to the front, but Levine will hold it on. Traeger literally turned and left at Levine, but it was not enough. Justin Levine holds on and takes it to victory lane. My word. Oh my goodness. Oh. No way, folks. What a wild, wild day this has just been. What a race end. Oh my goodness. What else is there to say? Justin Levine will take this one home. Traeger, I don't know if went for it all, try to hang on, but Levine was able to outsmart him and outclass him just enough and last out long enough. And now Levine's going to celebrate the only way he knows how to. What an absolute chaotic and wild end. All for the playoffs, all to get into the championship rounds. But a non-playoff driver steals one from the boys. Your race results now on your screen here, race fans. Levine will take this one home. Brian P. Traeger comes away with a solid end, second place, and the hard charger of the day. Brock B. Harbins will take third. Derek Whitford goes fourth. Fifth to Edward Kane. Sixth to Jaden Hobbs. Seventh to Brad Ward. Eighth to Luke Duran. Ninth to Alan Wilson. Lawrence Tennessee Jr. goes 10th to round out your field today. Oh my goodness. What a race, and what a day. Time to talk with the top three here, race fans, and this one should be an interesting one. Representing for the high side camp here today, race fans, he pilots it in with the number 11. This is Robbie Harpins here on the talk here with the third place finish. And Robbie, congratulations on that third place finish, but man, that got extremely wild at the end. You managed to at least hang on. How did it feel there at the end?
Yeah, it got pretty wild. I just got to say thanks to Ed for pushing me there and not wrecking me. Yeah, it was just intense. Wasn't sure where to go or who to follow. Kind of got lucky there. So.
I mean, hey, a little bit of luck never hurt anybody here. But I mean, as things were looking more and more like the playoffs were getting to be, I mean, how difficult do you think some of these guys are going to be to handle with when it comes to the closing end game moments of these races?
I mean, with the playoffs, I mean, I got dropped out last round. I think these guys are going to be pretty tough to beat. Surprisingly, we had, I mean, I don't know, it was a close race for the finish, and I mean, I don't know, it's going to get wild.
Yep, certainly will indeed. But nevertheless, Robbie, I know this was still a good showing for you and your crew. So who do you want to thank you for this third today, sir?
Thank my team, Brian Traeger, good job with the second place finish. Rocky, he does all the setup stuff for our team. Yeah, all those guys. Everybody at High Side, working with them today, so doing well.
For sure there. All right, well, nevertheless here, Robbie, congratulations, sir. Well deserved on the third today.
Yep, thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, representing for High Side today, Robbie Harpins will take home a nice solid third place finish. No sign of Brian P. Traeger for the moment, so we'll give him the second place position banner for that time. Congratulations to him. If he wishes to talk, we'll talk with him right after we talk with your driver and your winner of the day. Justin Levine is going to bring this one home. And Justin, you know, I guess there's no other better way to say it than hard racing, but Traeger literally got you there right on that front straightaway. Look from our end, what the heck was going through your mind when he got spun and you were going to the finish line sideways?
Keep my foot in it. As soon as I saw that he was coming up to door me, I was ready for it. I turned the wheel to the right, and I just kept my foot in it, hoping for the best, and I had enough momentum to cross the line first.
Well, I mean, you managed to hold it on. You managed to keep it in play and staying out of two control. But, man, I mean, how treacherous was it just in the back of your head, just thinking, you got to fight him off there coming to the front stretch. You got to fight the rest of these guys in the back. Like, you saw what they were up to. I mean, yeah, this track and this package really has to be kind of an absolute hard racing little deal to have to actually undergo and go through with a different mindset, doesn't it?
Oh man, it's chess at 200 miles an hour, and as you saw today, nobody wanted to work with each other. I went to the third line, middle, wherever I had to go, and whether it worked or it didn't, all depended on if I had one or two cars decide to let me push them or not.
For sure there. Well, nevertheless, though, this was an absolute clinic and a great performance, but the closing end to it all. Levi, who do you want to thank for this, sir?
Scott, thank you. You did such a great job on the broadcast. Can't wait to go back and watch it. Everybody here at Shake and Bake Racing series, ButtKicker. Got to thank everybody at One Sim over there, Matt, Darby, Tim, and all the frontline boys that helped put the setup together.
For sure there. All right. Well, nevertheless, here, Levi, congratulations, sir. Well earned and deserved.
Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, Justin Levine will bring it home today into victory lane. That'll all but do it for your coverage today here, presented part by friends at the ButtKicker Company. Thanks so much to everyone that tuned on in. We will see you guys next time when that green flag flies.